Good morning. I want to welcome you all to the open meeting. Good afternoon. Sorry about the good morning. Welcome to the proposed local coverage determination open meeting conducted by WPS. Today's date is February 21, 2024, and the time is 1 p.m. Central. This meeting is scheduled for 2 hours, and my name is Dr. Juan Shenin Perez. I'm one of the contractor medical directors with WPS, and I will be moderating the meeting. The purpose of today's meeting is to take comments from stakeholders on proposed local coverage determinations or LCDs. Before we begin, I will ask my colleagues at WPS to introduce themselves, starting with the CNDs that are on the call. Please proceed and introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Denise Nachatsky. I'm one of the CMD colleagues with Dr. Shaning, and I welcome everyone and thank you for taking time out of your day to attend this.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Joelle Vlahakis. I am an internist and a pediatrician by training, background in hospice and palliative medicine. Very happy now to be a contractor medical director with WPS. As you can tell, I have wonderful colleagues.
Good afternoon, and I'm Dr. Claudia Campos. I'm a medical director for WPS, and I'm an internist and a PM&R physician by training.
Thank you. Now, will the policy coordinators please introduce themselves?
Good afternoon. My name is Morgan Covarrubias. I'm the clinical supervisor in policy. I believe joining us is also Michelle McCary and Melissa. They are both policy coordinators, as well as Stephanie Richmond.
Thank you. Any other WPS personnel that wants to present themselves? Rich?
Hi, this is Richard Staley. I'm the policy administrative assistant responsible for setting up these meetings and making sure they run smoothly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richard. So now I will go over to review a few procedural matters. This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the CMS Program Integrity Manual, IOM Publication 108, Chapter 13. Our purpose is to take public comments on the proposal LCDs. That is the only business for today's meeting. Today's meeting is open to the public. It is being recorded and will be transcribed. Both the recording and the transcription will be posted and available on our website. All callers are currently muted. I will introduce the proposal CDs up for comment and then invite comments. There were no registered formal presentations for this meeting, so we will be hearing today any public comment that we may receive. If you wish to comment, please click on the raise hand icon. And if you're calling in by phone, press *3. And when Mr. Staley calls on you, please make sure that your microphone is on at your end and that your speakers are silenced to avoid, creating an echo. Before you comment, please introduce yourself, state your affiliation, and indicate whether you have a conflict of interest, and if so, state what that conflict is. When you make comments, please be specific so that you can help us improve the proposal CD. If a previous speaker has already made your point, there is no need to repeat it. If you do wish To go on record, you can simply say that you agree with the previous speaker. Each speaker will be allotted 10 minutes to give equal time to all who wish to comment. Mr. Staley will provide a 2-minute warning and will close the microphone at the 10-minute mark. If we're unable to address all the comments within the 2 hours of the meeting, we ask the presenters to submit their comments in writing. Our purpose is to listen. We typically do not respond to questions or make comments during this meeting, but we may ask questions of any speaker. Please follow up all comments in writing by submitting to Medicare Policy Comments at wdsic.com. Please include the topic of the LCD on the email subject line. Attach to your email supporting scientific literature in either a PDF or a Word document, since WPS cannot follow email links. Any discussion today is for educational purposes only and do not establish Medicare or WPS policy. Comments will not be addressed individually, but will be compiled and addressed in a response to comments document posted with the final LCDs. The open comment period for this proposed LCDs are as follows. DL39788 cervical fusion was posted on February 1, 2024, and will be open for comments until March 16, 2024. And the other proposal LCD, DL38841, facet joint intervention for pain management, was posted on February 8, 2024, and will be open for comments until March 23rd, 2024. With that, I will proceed to the first proposal LCD for comment. That will be DL39788, the cervical fusion LCD. And that for that LCD, the lead CMD is Dr. Claudia Campos, and the policy coordinator is Michelle McCarty. Dr. Campos, could you please provide us a brief summary of the proposal LCD?
Sure, Dr. Shaney. So the cervical fusion LCD is a multi-MAC collaborative LCD. There are 3 covered indications for cervical fusion. Number 1, for the decompression of symptomatic cervical nerve root impingement. Number 2, for the decompression of symptomatic canal stenosis. And number 3, for the decompression or stabilization of cervical spine in the presence of traumatic injuries, spinal tumors, infection, or deformities. There are 2 main limitations for this procedure. Number 1, isolated axial cervical pain and asymptomatic myelopathy. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Campos. Now, I will open this LCD for any comments from our audience. Please, as mentioned, use the raise hand icon to make Mr. Staley aware that you want to ask us a question or make a comment.
Okay, I see no raised hands at this time. If you are on a touch-tone phone and would like to make a comment, please press *3. And there are no questions or comments at this time.
Okay, thank you, Richard. This LCD, as you know, is available on the Medicare coverage database. So you can go to the website and look at the LCD and send us any comments until the March 16, 2024. So if you don't have a comment right now, feel free to write us or send us any relevant scientific literature through an email to the previously mentioned policy email box. So let's go then to the next proposed LCD on the agenda. and that will be DL 38841, Hazard Joint Interventions for Pain Management. I, Dr. Juan Shenin Perez, I'm the lead CMD and the policy coordinator for this LCD is Michelle Macari. So to summarize this LCD, this is a revision that only provides clarifying language and supporting evidence on the use of anesthesia in conjunction with facet injections and radiofrequency ablation. It also addresses the number of levels covered under the policy, and that was clarified and reviewed in the rationale for the decision making. This LCD was revised as a response to a reconsideration request, requesting expansion of therapeutic joint injections as a first line option. And our analysis was, the information was added to our summary of the evidence section with rationale for the decision explained. But this LCD actually has no coverage changes. So we only did clarificatory changes and a revision of the literature as mentioned. But those changes are open for comments. So any of the audience could be now is invited to comment on this LCD.
Thank you. Once again, press the raise hand icon or *3 on a touch-tone phone if you would like to make a comment. And I see there are no comments at this time for this draft LCD.
As previously stated, you still have time to provide written feedback to this LCD until March 23, 2024. Just send your comments to our Medicare policy comments at wpsic.com email, and we will take into account those comments and respond to them in our comments response document when the LCD is going to be finalized. So there were, as previously mentioned, there were no presenters. So we opened the meeting to present our LCDs and provide opportunity to the interested parties that attended this meeting to provide comments. If there are no further comments, I just want to thank you for attending this open meeting. And as previously said, please remember, I cannot emphasize this enough, to send comments or questions to the Medicare policy comments at wpsic.com. And thank you for your participation and interest on the Medicare program and the support that you provide to our beneficiaries. And finally, I want to thank my colleagues here at WPS for participating and the attendance of the public. And with this, I will proceed and conclude our meeting. Thank you very much and have a beautiful afternoon. It's now February 21, 2024, 2:14, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.